in here with no allege. I'm not talking about nothing alleged here. Everything is my life. When Meek Mills was in trouble, who he go to? Meek Mills said it himself.
For Jay to turn his back on me, you think Dame stood a chance? You think Jazzo stood a chance? You think Source Money stood a chance? You think all the rest of them, you think they stood a chance?
Pushing them and blaming and all that shit, it turned to hate. I'm telling you, it turned to hate. And when you have that, it's gonna take you to a very dark place.
When it comes to hip-hop royalty, Jay-Z's name is legendary, but lately it appears the rap mogul and business tycoon has been conspicuously MIA. Now the rumor mill is saying that might have to do with what his old friend DeHaven has to say.
Was Jay-Z really your friend? I know you was his friend, but was he really your friend?
It's almost like it be higher than jealousy for a long time. Nigga wants your spot. He could cheer you on and this and that, and the whole time.
Fans and the industry alike are abuzz with questions after DeHaven Irby, Jay-Z's former best friend turned critic, dropped a bombshell revelation that's leaving everyone stunned.
It's this spell, right? That Jay got. That's why I kind of look at Kanye and Dame and all them.
What did DeHaven really say, and why has Jay-Z, known for his calculated moves and strong public presence, chosen to remain silent? Let's find out. In the world of hip-hop, few names command as much respect as Jay-Z's. The self-made billionaire has built an empire spanning music, business, and philanthropy, cementing his status as one of the greatest icons of the modern era. But recently, he's been noticeably absent from the public eye, and it all seems to trace back to one man. DeHaven Irby, the former confidant and close friend of Jay-Z, has reignited public curiosity with shocking new claims that are shaking the foundation of Jay-Z's carefully built narrative. DeHaven, who has a long and complicated history with the rapper, recently shared explosive insights in an interview that sent ripples across the industry. There's more to this story than what everyone's been told, DeHaven stated, hinting at moments from their shared past in the Marcy projects. He alluded to events that could challenge Jay-Z's portrayal of his rise from street hustler to rap kingpin. The implications that parts of Jay-Z's story might be more embellished than factual.
Jay's so-called right-hand man, him.
Jay-Z and DeHaven Irby's bond was forged in the crucible of the late 80s and early 90s, an era when Brooklyn's Marcy projects was a place defined by both community and hardship. The two grew up navigating the unforgiving realities of urban life, hustling on the streets to survive and aspiring for something more. Their partnership wasn't just about friendship. It was built on loyalty, shared ambition, and the risky world of street entrepreneurship. Jay-Z himself immortalized their bond in his music, paying tribute to DeHaven in Regrets from his seminal debut album Reasonable Doubt, with the line, "DeHaven introduced me to the game." This acknowledgement underscored just how pivotal DeHaven was to Jay-Z's formative years and the foundation of his career.
But me and Jay was so best of friends so many years already, it was just nothing for me to be like, yo, once I get down here and get in, I'm gonna come get you.
But as the 1990s unfolded and Jay-Z's talent began to garner attention, the paths of the two friends diverged. Jay-Z, with his razor-sharp lyrics and keen business acumen, caught the eye of music industry heavyweights, and soon transitioned from street hustler to rising rap star. DeHaven, on the other hand, found himself caught in the net of legal troubles, including a prison stint that further fractured their bond.
During my trial, look at me in my face telling me, yo, don't worry about it, bro. I got you. And I never see him again.
The pivotal break came when DeHaven felt abandoned by Jay-Z at a time when loyalty should have mattered most, while Jay-Z moved on to build his empire, founding Rockefeller Records and releasing hit after hit. DeHaven struggled with feelings of betrayal and resentment. The distance between them grew, not just physically but emotionally, as Jay-Z began distancing himself from his street roots to cultivate an image of a savvy, clean-cut businessman. What came next was a public fallout that would turn once private grievances into fodder for fans and critics alike. DeHaven, feeling sidelined and erased from Jay-Z's narrative, began speaking out, often releasing videos and participating in interviews where he accused Jay-Z of rewriting their shared history. In one interview, DeHaven said, "I could recall one of the worst positions that Jay put me in, that severed our relationship and our friendship. I had got locked up on a parole violation, and when I was locked up, Jay just pulled a funny move, and he did that and went behind my back. He got caught. It was some small S, but it meant something because his life almost got took behind that S. Adding fuel to the fire, DeHaven has often laid bare details about Jay-Z's early days as a drug dealer. He's spoken openly about the hustles they ran, the risks they took, and the intricate dealings that funded Jay-Z's earliest moves into music. With the backdrop of increasing scrutiny from law enforcement on old stories and street confessions, there's a very real possibility that Jay-Z is furious with DeHaven for discussing sensitive aspects of their past. The fear isn't unfounded. Federal investigations have been known to piece together cases from public interviews, leading some to speculate that DeHaven's disclosures could bring unwanted attention to Jay-Z's past activities.
Bro, at the end of the day, like I said, man, I'm only giving you facts. And the facts is, they had me under investigation for 11 years, 12 years, and me and you a history of 9, 10 years, and you're not in this.
DeHaven's statements paint a picture that challenges the smooth, polished image Jay-Z has worked tirelessly to project. Whether speaking from a place of bitterness or a desire for recognition, DeHaven's words have resonated with those curious about the untold stories behind hip-hop's biggest stars. To Jay-Z, these public exposures might not just represent betrayal. They could be seen as threats to the legacy he has meticulously constructed and the legal safety he now enjoys. In a recent interview with a hip-hop podcast, DeHaven dropped what many are calling the big one. He stated, "We never really had a falling out, that's the problem. This is why I'm so confused. There was no argument, there was none of that. I don't want an apology from him, I want a reason. What happened? When my case, a federal drug conspiracy charge, came in 1998, I never seen him again too much anymore. The case had nothing to do with him. His name never came up. So I'd like to ask him, what happened? Where did his departure come from?" While he stopped short of providing specific details, the statement was enough to send social media into a frenzy, with fans and critics alike speculating about what these deals might involve. For those who have followed Jay-Z's meteoric rise from the projects to a global business icon, DeHaven's cryptic remarks feel like a key to a hidden chapter in Jay-Z's life. Theories about the nature of these past deals are circulating widely, with some suggesting that they involved early financial backing from questionable sources. If true, this could potentially contradict the clean-cut, entrepreneurial image Jay-Z has painstakingly promoted for years. While whispers of shadowy financial arrangements have floated in the past, they've mostly been relegated to hush corners of internet forums and conspiracy blogs. But with DeHaven, someone who was there firsthand, voicing these insinuations, it adds a layer of credibility that's hard to dismiss. One of the more controversial theories circulating in the wake of DeHaven's interview is the suggestion that Jay-Z could be working as an informant for federal authorities. This theory is rooted in the idea that Jay-Z's rise and sustained prominence in industries traditionally marked by fierce competition and legal scrutiny might have involved more than just sharp business acumen. DeHaven has hinted at this before, suggesting that Jay-Z's ability to navigate the treacherous waters of both the street and the corporate world with seeming immunity could imply that powerful forces are protecting him.
How people can show the utmost disrespect to you, right, and your family, and you still maintain, and get through it.
Further fueling conspiracy theories are claims about Jay-Z's alleged control over significant people in his life and industry circles. Some suggest that Jay-Z wielded an unusual amount of influence over R&B star Aaliyah, who was romantically linked to several major industry figures, including Damon Dash, Jay-Z's former business partner. Although there's no direct evidence tying Jay-Z to any manipulation, rumors persist that he had a hand in maneuvering relationships and controlling narratives in the entertainment world.
Everybody had a position. It wasn't just Jay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a position.
It's surprising that there's hardly any information about Jay-Z's alleged mistress, Kathy White, who reportedly died under mysterious circumstances in 2011. However, journalist Liz Crone just set off a social media firestorm by claiming she had a conversation with Kathy before her death. Liz is now dropping hints that Jay-Z's time might be up. Adding fuel to the fire, old blog posts resurfaced with eyewitness accounts claiming they saw Kathy with Jay-Z and Diddy. With all these allegations swirling around Diddy, fans are speculating that Jay-Z could be the next target.
You want to know what makes Diddy being publicly shamed like this so left?
What's that?
But what's the story about Kathy White? How did she die, and what does Liz Corkin know about Jay-Z? Let's break it down.
She contacted her allegedly, and we will get into that. When the announcement was made by this publication that was going to out this situation.
Alright, so back in early September 2011, there was some buzz in the local news and celeb blogs about this young woman named Kathy Coriana White. Some outlets even went as far as calling her Jay-Z's supposed mistress. But guess what? The big media outlets were too busy fawning over Beyoncé's surprise pregnancy announcement, so Kathy's death kinda flew under the radar for most people. Sneaky, right?
Tonight's biggest moment, of course, was Beyoncé's pregnancy revelation. First, with some of the press outside the theater before the show.
But hey, if you're up for some detective work, you can still dig up some of those original articles. Like this one we found on Hot 107 titled, Jay-Z's Alleged Mistress Dies at 28. It's like a piece of internet history hiding in the depths.
White was first found out to be allegedly having an affair with Jay-Z when she was spotted at Club Tao in Las Vegas with Claudia Jordan and Diddy.
According to the article, Kathy Coriana White, who was known as a fitness and beauty expert, was discovered dead in her Manhattan apartment on September 2nd. She had graduated from Howard University and had contributed to various online publications. Plus, she was the big boss as the CEO of her own public relations firm called White Label PR.
This is trending on ET Now. The amateur rapper has been the center of many tabloids, claiming she is to blame for J&B's rumored falling out.
Now, the report said the cause of her death was an aneurysm. That's pretty tragic, especially for someone so young and successful. However, seemingly, Kathy had some drama with the blogs the year before her passing. Hollywood Street King, one of the OG celeb gossip bloggers, spilled the tea claiming that she was Jay-Z's side piece. Another layer of intrigue revolves around why Jay-Z has managed to avoid legal trouble despite whispers of involvement in crimes ranging from financial misdealings to connections with individuals tied to illicit activities. While many point to his wealth and powerful legal team as a primary reason, others, like DeHaven, imply that it could be because of hidden agreements with federal agencies. These speculations, whether grounded in truth or not, highlight the dual nature of Jay-Z's legacy. On one hand, he is lauded as the ultimate rags-to-riches story, a man who clawed his way from the streets to billion-dollar boardrooms. On the other hand, shadows of his past and the testimonies of those who knew him then cast doubt and keep the questions alive.
You was trying to take up for Jay.
Because he was being loyal to me.
And you still was trying to take up for Jay
and
after
I'm
that.
still trying to take up for him. So, and now he crusted in my loyalty.
Whether DeHaven's latest round of revelations will push Jay-Z to break his silence or whether he will maintain his strategy of ignoring the noise remains to be seen. For now, fans, skeptics, and conspiracy theorists alike are left piecing together a puzzle that may never be fully solved. Jay-Z's reaction, or lack thereof, has only fueled further intrigue and speculation. The rapper is renowned for his ability to stay above the noise, carefully choosing which battles to fight and when to engage publicly. This strategy has served him well over decades, preserving his mystique and cultivating an image of an untouchable figure who moves with purpose and power. But this time, the silence carries a different weight, leaving fans and industry insiders questioning why the usually unflappable mogul has yet to make a move. DeHaven explained, "Thankfully, I never had to off anyone, although now I realize we were K-ing people slowly with the substances. We just wanted money, clothes, jewelry, cars, a way up." Fans on Twitter and Reddit are divided on what Jay-Z's silence truly means. Some see it as a sign of composure, the move of a man so powerful that he doesn't need to dignify every claim with a response. Others, however, interpret the lack of response as an indication that DeHaven may have hit a nerve or uncovered truths that Jay-Z would rather keep buried. One person wrote, "Jay-Z is the one that turned him in. I'm betting it's all connected with Diddy." Another one added, "I agree. They really need to look into Jay and his business dealings." Whispers have started to emerge among industry veterans and fellow artists, some of whom recall the early days of Rockefeller Records and the murky waters navigated to secure initial funding and power plays. For now, the silence continues, with Jay-Z's fans, detractors, and peers watching closely. Will he respond with a cryptic line on a new track, a public interview addressing the allegations, or stay silent, letting the storm run its course? Until he makes a move, the speculation will only grow, and the question will remain: what does Jay-Z have to lose, and what is he protecting by saying nothing at all? The hip-hop community has never shied away from entertaining conspiracy theories, and Jay-Z's silence in response to DeHaven's revelations has fueled a wave of speculation. One of the most prevalent theories suggests that that Jay-Z's reluctance to speak out may be due to potential legal implications. DeHaven's hints about past deals have ignited debates over what these might involve and whether revisiting them could drag long-buried secrets back into the spotlight. Some fans point to Jay-Z's early years as a hustler and the potential connections between those ventures and his initial rise to fame. The fear among some circles is that any response could inadvertently open doors to unwanted scrutiny from authorities who, in recent years, have increasingly turned to interviews and media statements as evidence in cases. Others see Jay-Z's silence as a deliberate power move. In this view, his refusal to engage isn't a sign of vulnerability but a statement of dominance. As a mogul who has spent decades cultivating an image of being untouchable and above the fray, acknowledging DeHaven's claims could undermine that carefully built persona. One person said, "People would never question Jay-Z because they're idolaters and money worshippers. Anybody with money is always right and above God in their eyes." One of the more provocative theories making the rounds is that Jay-Z may have been, or currently is, protected by federal authorities. This stems from DeHaven's past insinuations that Jay-Z's untouchable status might be due to some form of cooperation. The idea that a figure as prominent as Jay-Z could be insulated by powerful forces is not new in conspiracy circles, but it gained traction when DeHaven alluded to the deals they made that could paint Jay-Z in a different light.
If something happened with him, it's going to be about a money situation. It ain't going to be nothing that's going to hurt.
Further fueling the theories are stories that Jay-Z wielded influence over certain individuals in significant ways, such as the late R&B singer Aaliyah and Kathy White, who was rumored to have had a relationship with him before her mysterious death. Some conspiracy theorists argue that Jay-Z's involvement in powerful circles allowed him to shape or even control narratives behind the scenes, protecting his image while potentially manipulating others. While these stories often lack solid evidence, they resurface whenever questions about his untouchable status come up, lending a shadowy intrigue to any new allegations. Whether Jay-Z's silence is simply a strategic decision to avoid stoking the flames or a calculated maneuver to prevent deeper secrets from surfacing, one thing is clear: the hip-hop world is watching closely, and until he decides to break that silence, the theories will continue to swirl, adding another layer of mystery to his already complex legacy. DeHaven's revelations have triggered a ripple effect throughout the hip-hop community, prompting commentary from other notable figures with ties to Jay-Z. Damon Dash, co-founder of Rockefeller Records and former business partner turned rival, weighed in during a live interview. "If he was undercover gay cuz, I didn't know it, and obviously if he was knocking men out and they were waking up violated, he's making somebody gay that doesn't want to be gay." Dash, who has been vocal in the past about feeling betrayed by Jay-Z, hinted that DeHaven's comments could bring long-hidden stories to light, ones that might challenge the accepted narrative of Jay-Z's rise. 50 Cent, known for his outspoken and often controversial takes on the industry, also chimed in on social media. "Jay in hibernation, he ain't coming outside till this shit tea with Puff blowover," he typed on Instagram in May. "No brunch, no lunch, no dinner, LOL, I am all you got, him outside." As more industry veterans and media personalities weigh in, it becomes clear that DeHaven's statements have struck a chord. The chatter extends beyond accusations of betrayal. It's now touching on deeper issues of authenticity, loyalty, and legacy. Jay-Z's silence, once viewed as a sign of control, is increasingly being seen as a gamble that could either uphold or challenge the empire he has built. There are whispers that Jay-Z might do what he has done in the past: drop a cryptic verse on an unexpected track, delivering layered bars that subtly address DeHaven's claims while reinforcing his narrative of power and resilience. Fans and critics alike have scoured his recent music releases for clues, wondering if his next appearance will come in the form of a collaboration with a high-profile artist or a solo track that turns his silence into a statement.
I don't see them going after him. You know what I'm saying? But everything Jaguar be saying do flourish.
Others believe that Jay-Z's strategy might be to stay the course and remain tight-lipped, relying on his carefully curated reputation and legacy to speak for themselves. The idea is that acknowledging the controversy might elevate DeHaven's profile, giving the former friend more leverage and attention than he's had in years. Sometimes the loudest answer is no answer at all, an industry insider noted. If Jay-Z chooses this path, it would be consistent with how he has managed past controversies, where he has strategically waited for the chatter to dissipate before dropping a response when people least expect it. As the days go by, speculation also grows over how this situation might affect Jay-Z's relationships within the industry. Will those who once stood by him begin to show cracks in their loyalty, or will this blow over as another chapter in the enigmatic and powerful story of Sean Carter. The hip-hop community, media outlets, and millions of fans worldwide continue to watch and wait, dissecting every move and every absence. Whether Jay-Z decides to respond or not, one thing is clear. His silence has become a character in this unfolding drama, a mysterious player that could change the game depending on its next move. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.